Tidy Towns is all about community, about people, and behind each village, town and committee are stories, none more so than Castletown in County Laois, a small village with a massive heart. The Tidy Towns committee was driven by their former parish priest, the late Father Edward Rattigan.
Castletown is a little village that's nestled in under the Sleeping Mountains. It has the great River Nore that runs through it. It has a population of about 320 people that's within the village. Each and every one of them all recognise that the village is so important to them, and they're so proud of the village, and they're so proud of the mark that Father Rattigan has left on it.
A pride of place that saw Castletown winning the Tidiest Village in 2002.
And the winner of the Tidiest Village Award 2002 is Castletown, County Laois.
And in the same year, the overall winner.
The first time that Castletown has taken the national award.
Castletown is also a prolific hurling village, winning many county finals over the last 2 decades. But those years also witnessed tragedy, when the lives of 21 young people were taken prematurely through road deaths, house fires and accidents. In the true spirit of Tidy Towns and community, Father Rattigan organised the erection of a monument with the names of the dead inscribed on it, placed in an idyllic setting on the banks of the River Nore. It took the form of an oak tree cut off before it reached full growth, symbolising potential taken away from the young people before they had time to explore their future. The setting on the banks of the river gave relatives solace and a place to reflect, and many felt very close to their loved ones there. And then in 2011 it was stolen.
They gathered on the banks of the River Nore in the village of Castletown today to show their absolute disgust at a local robbery. Men, women and children here to highlight a theft that was personal to every single one of them. This was the brass and bronze sculpture that was stolen. It had the names of young people engraved upon it, people who died prematurely through road accidents, fires and tragic illness.
I lost a family in 1991 in a house fire in the village, and the 3 of them are represented on that plaque. As you can see around here, people are just sick in the stomach. There's no words to describe what these people are like.
13 years later, Michael Grehan walks with the photographs of his 3 dead children to a new memorial, with funds raised within the community and placed in the same spot. He's accompanied by the Peters family, whose son Matthew died when he was 19. It's here that Michael feels closest to his children, Michelle aged 3, Siobhan aged 7, and Michael aged 6, who all died after a house fire in 1991.
That was a tragic accident. What can I say? Only that it's devastating both of us. At the point where the trauma is still there, very, very much so to the fore. So, and if you get my grief, it's very hard still to deal with, to deal with the after 32 years on. So it's a tough one to bear.
Michael found it very hard to go to the graveyard, but when the monument was erected, he found some peace, sadness when it was stolen, and joy when it was replaced.
That was an absolute godsend. I could come down here and could spend hours, and the peace and quiet in the river, and I could sit back and chill, and I could be waiting spiritually, no problem at all, as opposed to looking at gravestone. I found this way more. It was more spiritually in contact with, so that I found it very easy. Whereas some of the families are the same, they find that this monument is the real deal, they can come down and spend time there.
To have it re-erected and revealed today after it was stolen 13 years ago, you're thrilled about that?
Oh yeah, the effort that went into getting this monument put back up, because we had to go through all the families again and everything had to be gone through again, so everyone was happy with it going back up. So yeah, it's a big day. It's a big day for the village here in Castletown, and for all the families here today. It's a massive occasion.
The community turned out in force to celebrate, give thanks and unveil the new monument last month, and to applaud the achievements of Castletown Vintage Club and neighbouring clubs who pulled together and raised funds through a charity monument run with their tractors and cars. But for the families, it was much more than the unveiling of a monument. They were given back a place that's so special for them, where they can reflect and remember. Angela Hanlon lost her 23-year-old brother Sean, much loved and admired.
He played with the hurling team, he started in juveniles, and then he ended up, playing senior in his last year of hurling, which was something that he loved. I mean, he loved putting on the blue and white jersey. He was, so proud, and we were all so proud of him.
It's 24 years since Sean died in a tragic road accident, but it's still raw for the family, and the monument means so much to them.
It's just so special. His name is here. When people come down, they're going to see who was Sean Hanlon, and God, I hope there'll be people around talking about him, like we all do. It's amazing.
The fundraising by Castletown Vintage Club and their tractor run was driven by the community. Tony Ryan is chairperson of the club, and the monument theft hit him hard. He lost his child Stephen when he was just 2.5.
He's on the monument. He's the fourth name, I think, on the monument. Stephen, he was 2.5. He died as a result of a motor accident in January 1986. It's a sad day, I suppose, because of the loss, but it's a wonderful day that it's there again. It was a very sad day when it was taken, because none of us ever thought that anybody would do something like that.
Castletown epitomises all that is good about rural Ireland, and when there are dark times, they pull together. The Cuddy family lost their brother when he was 30, another hurling legend, and sorely missed.
His name was John Cuddy. He'd been a real local character. He was 20 years of age when he passed away, and that's 3-4 years ago. So, a tough day of the day for this, but it's a day of mixed emotions, really. It probably brings back our great loss, but it's a joy too to have his monument back. Like I said, it was part of the community that was ripped away. This place, I don't know if you feel it yourself, but there is an energy down here. It's all so many young people here, and everyone's having fun and stuff, and probably everybody that's on that, bar a few, have had great days here and great memories made here.
Each of the families placed a rose at the new monument, and even though some of the accidents happened over 25 years ago, the emotions and memories are still raw. Matthew Peters was just 19 when he lost his life.
It was a horrific car accident. 5 young people died, all from the area here. All friends would have hurled together. Would have been all very close. And there was a few more that was involved in as well, and they're still friends of the family today. Listen, to have this monument put back up today is fantastic.
Seamus Bennett and his wife lost their twins at birth in 1996, Anna and Laura.
But it's nice to have them remembered. And it was so sad when it disappeared the first time, and now it's replaced again. So we're delighted to hear that, and delighted to be here to be part of the unveiling. It's something that we'll always visit, and something we'll cherish. And we're delighted to have it, and thanks to everybody who put it there. Yeah, absolutely.
21 names are on the new monument, 21 young people never forgotten, and the resilience of the Castletown community, which has seen them thrive and go on, is the backbone of their village.
All awful tragedies for various different reasons, and it was continuous. As people tell me, it was a terrible time because they were just waiting for the next event to happen, and thankfully it stopped. But it went on for years, and people were just constantly, heartbroken over it, and the whole community here was just devastated.
That sense of community is what keeps Castletown thriving, winning the overall Tidy Towns in 2002, but pulling together in happiness and diversity is what Father Rattigan wanted, and he was fondly remembered at the monument unveiling by his nephew.
If he were here today, his part in the ceremony would not have happened, because he never looked for recognition in any way, shape or form. He felt that this was his job, this was his life's work, being the priest for the people.
In true Laois style, the community gathered at the parish hall after the unveiling, and the next generation will now continue their work, the legacy being handed down to them by their parents and their leaders, keeping rural Ireland alive with values of goodness and decency. They remembered their dead, they honoured their families, and through adversity fought back for the greater good.
A great community.